Hello, it's Icy. I'm back with something else. This is me ranting, pretty much. So, in Australia, I live in the largest city. I don't live that far from the central business district, about 20-25 kilometers, thereabouts. I have 0.7 of a megabyte upload on a good day. So that's about megabyte per second upload. It's not enough to stream at more than 640 by 320, which is your mobile phone resolution, just. And I found out in the last day or two, there is no prospect of me getting a faster, better fixed line service for about 2 years. Yep. End of first, second quarter 2019 is the soonest I could expect the national broadband network to make it here to my suburb in Australia's largest city. So the current national broadband network speeds that they're advertising range from about 20 meg for what they call standard usage. Then that goes up to sort of 50 meg, I think, for a few people in your house watch videos at the same time, to 100 meg. Now, to my knowledge, they can't provide the 100 meg service to, more than like 25% of the population, i.e. not me when it gets here. So let's assume that I can get the 20 meg, the lowest end. If I had 20 meg now, I could maybe stream at a reasonable resolution with a reasonable refresh rate and have the person at the other end see a reasonable quality. I don't think we'd actually be talking 1080p here. I think we'd be talking 720p, and that would be okay. That'd be acceptable. So in 2 years, I could expect to be able to broadcast at, say, 720p, maybe 1080. Let's be optimistic. What is going to be the standard for people to expect in 2 years? I tell you what, it's not going to be 1080p, it's going to be 4K the whole way, isn't it? So I can look forward to, in 2 years, having the equivalent of what, honestly, most people, for example, in the US would have right now. This balls up is caused by the current Australian government basically deciding that, for honestly partisan reasons, let's be really honest here, that the previous government's idea, which was to put fibre to everywhere, wasn't going to work. It's going to be too expensive. So they were going to go, the current government decided it was going to go for a mixed technology usage, which means a combination of fibre, the existing copper, and the existing cable TV fibre. So, the existing copper not being maintained properly for, 10, 20 years, because the telephone provider, the owner of the copper networks, went, this is old technology. Eventually we won't need this anymore, so we don't need to put all this money into maintenance. The TV cable fibre, one of the providers they will continue to use, the provider who services this suburb, not actually this street I might add, just this suburb in general, it's only like every second street that actually has cable fibre for TV running down it, is so poorly maintained that they had to take it off, which is why my NBN has been pushed back 6 months. So hey, there's good and bad. Could have been on terrible cable, TV cable fibre, and instead I'll be on, hopefully, better fibre. Note, that's not fibre to my house, or possibly anywhere near my house that's fibre to the curb. So somewhere on this street, servicing 4 houses, 8 houses, 60, I don't know how many houses that will need to service. And I might add that this house is at the back of the block. So either I'm going to use the existing old, not great copper, or we'll have to pay to run new, something new up to wherever the node will be. And honestly, it just gets worse. There are people in suburbs where the NBN has been turned on, but they can't get it to their house, which means that, according to the current rules, existing ADSL providers are not allowed to give them service because they should be on the NBN. It's just... I am not using the words that I am thinking in my head. So anyway, it's just been crossing my mind recently, and I looked it up and then realized, oh, it's no better, and it's not going to get better for at least 2 years. Yay! So, anyway, if you've been wondering why when I stream, occasionally, it looks terrible, this is why. I've briefly looked into what would be involved in getting like a business style connection, and it's way, we're talking a couple of $100s a month. No. No. I have tried once or twice streaming over 4G mobile, because I had borrowed access to something with a decent data plan on it. The results were not great. The latency was too high to be able to get a decent stream with a decent connection and stay connected. And also, if you use 4G for internet, you pay for uploads as well. So currently my plan, even though I get 0.7 a meg upload, I don't have to pay for the uploads separately. So that doesn't really work out either. And 4G connections are approximately twice the cost of my current ADSL 2. Well, it's not really ADSL 2. We're too far from the exchange. Kind of ADSL 1, really. So yeah, twice the price for half the gigs, and you have to include the uploads in that. So there will be no improvement coming anytime soon. What's the internet like where you live? I know that some of the people who watch this channel have it worse than me. They live in Australia. Hello. You know who I'm talking to. Probably some of the people in my guild are in Australia and are on the NBN. They get great pings. Lucky them. So yeah, that's about all really. Yeah, let me know what you use where you live. Do give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Do subscribe for the occasional rant, Elder Scrolls Online and other games. And I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.